If you want to be profitable consistently, then develop the ability to read the market for next 3 days if you're an active trader, or what we call think 3 days ahead, or T3A. Now, thinking 3 days ahead is basically what you're looking at is whenever you're looking at a stock or whenever you're looking at any instrument, you're trying to find the most probabilistic likely outcome which is going to happen for next 3 days. So when I look at this particular thing, say at this moment, the market is down 3-4 days in a row, right? So the probabilistic, based on what has happened in the past, probability is that it is going to bounce for a couple of days, because that is typically how the market behaves. Now it goes down 3-4 days, it bounces for 2-3 days, then it goes down, bounces, it bounces. So this kind of a T3A kind of an approach allows you to anticipate and position yourself ahead of the curve. Like, so because I was expecting this to bounce, I'm already from yesterday I have position in this TQQ. Now similarly, any stock you take, like say if you take say UA, which is UAL, which is airline stock. Now when you look at this stock, this is down 3 days in a row. Now it is consolidating. The more likely next leg of this move is going to be down, right? And the stock has got made like in a move. So then I can be ready looking at this stock, and if I see a weakness developing, I can short with a very close stop. And if it works, then next 3 days it goes down. And you can look at it as any stock. You can look at this, because if you look at this, then it allows you to create various ways of making money very quickly. Like if you go and look at say anything, and which is like say if you look at something which is like say here, now this is going to be a choppy kind of a thing. But if you are looking at something which is down 3-4 days in a row, the likelihood is that it is going to pause because it is down 3 days in a row. So it might have a consolidation like this. And how do you develop these T3A kind of a skill is by looking at and studying hundreds and thousands of past moves. When you study hundreds and thousands of past moves for your time frame, my time frame is 3 to 5 days, by the way, you know what is likely to happen in that likely time frame. And then when you have studied so many of these moves, you can anticipate, or you can to a large extent figure out what is the next likely move going to be on this particular stock or on this particular market conditions. And when you have that skill, it's a very valuable skill, because then you can position yourself ahead of the time. Or if your stock is down 3 days in a row, like say if you had shorted UAL here because it was a momentum burst to the downside, right? You look, and it's down 3 days in a row. So that's the time to lock in your profit, because that is how moves happen. 3 days and then it bounces, right? And if this bounce starts failing, the likely move is going to be next 3 days. So this kind of a move, this kind of a approach is what is going to help you a lot if you want to be a consistently profitable trader. Develop a skill called T3A, or think 3 days ahead. T3A, or think 3 days ahead, and it will keep you out of many troubles, and it will drastically reduce your drawdowns.